Jim Furyk's genial smile and his genius play have made him a household name on the PGA Tour. Furyk is the go-to guy for one of the most unique golf games, and his achievements speak for themselves. But you probably didn't know these 10 things about Jim. Jim used to hide his golf. Growing up in Pennsylvania in the 80s, golf wasn't the coolest sport in the area, and Jim didn't want to be seen dragging a huge golf bag around. He was very much a Merlin in Camelot. He had to keep his magic secret or risk losing his place with the cool kids. So what did he do? On the days when he had to take his golf clubs to school, he would have his mom drive him to school and hide his bag in the coach's office. Many of those kids would be wishing they'd gotten their own clubs and played some golf themselves. Just look at how young Furyk turned out. Furyk was a decent baller. Another reason why Furyk might not have wanted the attention his golf bag could have brought him was that he was on the basketball team at Manheim Township High School in Lancaster. He wasn't just on the team, he was actually one of the best players on the team. Imagine this kid, a golf star already in Pennsylvania, arguably the best player in the state after winning the state golf championship in 1987, playing a dangerous contact sport that could have ended his career with one injury. But that was the kind of boy he was. He loved and played all kinds of sports, including football and baseball. Those early life choices have definitely helped him keep his athletic physique. He's a 6'2" slim Jim. Dad is coach. Throughout Jim Furyk's enduring golf career, there was only one man he ever called coach, and the story of how their on-course bond began is quite interesting. Mike Furyk was a club pro who spent several hours a week teaching golf on courses in Pennsylvania. He was a busy man with little time to spare, and once he taught his 7-year-old son how to play, the boy was glued. He just wouldn't let go. He started asking his father to coach him, but Mike would evade the task by telling Jim he wasn't old enough yet. So Jim asked him when he could be his student, and Mike said when he was 12 years old. Years went by, and like an alarm clock, Jim reminded his father about his promise to teach him golf on his 12th birthday. You can imagine the buildup of passion in the boy's heart by that time. From then, Mike started teaching him on weekends and watched his boy bloom into one of the finest performers in the world of golf. Furyk is an Arizona legend. After graduating from Manheim and having a junior career that caught the eyes of many recruiters around the country, Furyk decided to play collegiate golf at the University of Arizona. It has been said that for his first 3 years at the college, he was very much an average player. He was probably adjusting to the new coaching environment, or those business classes at the Eller College of Management were just too demanding. But Jim didn't leave the school empty-handed. In his senior year, he led the Wildcats to the NCAA Men's Varsity Golf Championship. Talk about going from minnow to hero. For his achievements, he was later inducted into the school's Sports Hall of Fame in 2013. Jim swings differently. You have certainly seen Jim's loopy swing or heard David Farady's comment on it. Farady once described this as an octopus falling out of a tree. That was pretty apt, David. It's one of the most fascinating things about his game. And no, you shouldn't blame him. Blame his coach. When Mike started coaching Jim, he noticed the loop right away. But he wasn't really into swing mechanics. Instead, he taught him how to feel his swing and let the octopuses fall. And those tentacles would grab a good number of trophies for decades. Mike had always been an advocate of the natural swing. He told a story about a college coach who took him and Linda, Furyk's mom, to dinner. He said the coach commended Furyk's game, then said he would love to take Jim to his school so he could change his swing. And that was the deal breaker for Mike. He thanked him for the meal, but made it clear that Jim wouldn't be playing for the coach. Mike was probably the only person who supported Furyk's loopy launches back then, and, like Furyk himself, that swing aged nicely. He's Mr. 58. Thanks to his hairstyle and demeanor, Furyk has forever looked like a 58-year-old. But that wasn't the origin of the moniker. It came at the 2016 Travelers Championship, when Furyk recorded the closest score to a perfect round of golf on the PGA Tour. He scored 58. Wait, what? How hard is it to do that? Let's see. Before he achieved the feat, he was one of the only 6 other players who had shot a sub-60 in the history of the PGA Tour. He shot a round of 59 at the 2013 BMW Championship. Now that's a wild flex. While most of us dream of an 80 on a generous Saturday, this man has his name on scorecards with 58 and 59. To score 58, Furyk hit 14 of 14 fairways and 18 of 18 greens in regulation. 1 eagle, no bogeys, and 10 birdies, including 7 in a row from holes 6 to 12. You can imagine Mike chuckling at the magic his son had performed and saying, "Now let's see if your pretty swings can do that." What's your lowest round ever? Tell us in the comments. Furyk is one of the PGA Tour's finest. His one major out of 17 wins on the PGA Tour camouflages his remarkable consistency. Check this out. To play on the Ryder Cup team, you have to be one of the top 8 American money winners on tour. Furyk has played on 9 Ryder Cup teams because he has the 3rd highest career earnings in PGA Tour history behind Tiger and Mickelson. Furyk has won over $70 million over his long and steady career. In 1997, he set the tour record for most money won without winning an event. Needless to say, it's been broken. But that tells you how well Furyk knows how to get in the mix. He was winning even when he wasn't winning. He has also played in 7 President's Cups because he managed to be one of the top 12 Americans on the PGA Tour for those years. Another popular part of his game is his mental toughness. Furyk takes losses very well. He has had over 30 runner-up finishes on the PGA Tour. And in 2016, when a 48-year-old Jim finished T2 at the US Open, he simply said, "I'll try not to beat myself up too much." He found love on the course. For most of Furyk's career, he has shared his victories with one person in particular, his wife, Tabitha. While their journey together has produced several beautiful moments, how the two met will surprise you. Furyk was playing with some kids after his round at the 1995 Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village when he saw Tabitha and said hello. He was trapped immediately, but too shy to walk up to her. "What a gentleman you are, Mr. Furyk." Tabitha's boss interviewed Furyk that day and saw that Furyk paid more attention to his assistant than him. Jim credits the boss for setting up a meeting between the two of them and helping them get started. Furyk certainly loves making history on golf courses because it was at Pebble Beach in 2000 that he popped the question to Tabitha before they married later that year. And the rest is history. Oh, and 2 kids, Kaylee Lee and Tanner James. Furyk is a very nice guy. Jim is one of the nicest men on the PGA Tour, and he has some awards to show for it. In 2015, the Golf Writers Association of America honored him with the ASAP Sports Jim Murray Award for being accommodating and cooperative to the media. The next year, he won the Payne Stewart Award for his character, sportsmanship, and charity. Talking about his charity, Tabitha oversees the Jim and Tabitha Furyk Foundation, set up to help families and communities in and around North Florida. They have donated over $1 million to charitable activities, especially in the foundation's base in Jacksonville, where they host annual fundraisers like the Constellation Furyk and Friends, an event on the Champions Tour that features music and food and is attended by their celebrity friends. If you enjoyed this video about Jim Furyk, check out the video on screen now because we're sure you will like that one too. See you there!